Up. Okay, hi. Testing. I think the stream should work. Thank you for joining. I know it's day 3 of Chinese New Year or Lunar New Year. But anyways, it might be a public holiday in Singapore over here, but I'm still proceeding with the stream. Happy Lunar New Year to everybody. And thank you for joining the stream and watching the VODs actually. It's surprising that people find it helpful. And yes, hi Darius, thank you for joining. So today, one of my Tofi's mom, basically, my student is out because New Year and everything, and her birthday will be this coming week. So I am hoping to be able to, yeah, she's gonna watch this anyway. She's outside, but she's watching it. So yes, please, I cannot torture you today, but Tofi's mom, I expect you to know more than 2 of the the Hiragana characters that we've gone through last week. All right, I'll be easy. I'll be kind. It's probably going to be a very fast stream because I don't know if Dark Ra has recovered completely from COVID. Not COVID, what is that? The infection disease thing? Yeah, it's gonna be a while. But anyways, today is gonna be a fast one. So I did the slides. Links can fantastic. Scuff. Right, the links can all be found in the description. So without further ado, I will unmute myself so that Dark Ra can also hear me. Right, we'll be starting class right now. So as usual, I have these slides here. Please check in the links, the descriptions, and whatsoever. There is a quiz. I wanted to test Tofi's mom, but Tofi's mom is currently not here, so she can't do the quiz. Although chat can most definitely participate alongside us. So the Discord thing, I put it up here right now on stream above me, so that you can see what some of my students are saying. This is gonna be like the setup from now on for the Japanese series. Scuff, yeah, I know, right? When will I ever have a stream without Scuff? We don't know. We don't know that Scuff doesn't exist. It's impossible. Comes along the territory of a streamer, unfortunately. But anyways, without further ado, where is my slides? Ta-da! We've come a long way. This is lesson 3 of Hiragana. The words here, okay, we're gonna learn, we learned the vowels, the A, E, I, O, U. We also learned the K consonant comparative with the vowels. Now we're gonna learn the S. So these are all S with A, E, I, O, U. So this is sa, shi, su, se. So your sushi is definitely within today's lessons as well. Let's do a revision first. So as I was saying in the past 2 streams, if you follow the series, Japanese writing system or Japanese language actually is consisted of 3 different kinds of writing. The first one is the basic, it's hiragana. The reason why we're doing this is because this is the equivalent of Japanese phonetics. So they use something called furigana to write over kanji characters for new characters that you don't know how to read, and this is what you're going to be using when you're finding a dictionary of anything. So this is the most important. Katakana is actually used for words outside of Japanese culture that they borrow from other languages. So it's like to know the differentiation between a word that's used in Japan and a word that's used outside of Japan. So this is the reason why it exists. And then kanji is a character version that is very similar to Chinese characters. It is used mostly in the written system. So when you speak, it doesn't really matter, but it's good to always know how to read the hiragana. So that, because a lot of the Japanese things that you'll be seeing when you go to Japan, especially in menus and stuff, they have the hiragana. They might have the kanji, but with the hiragana, you're able to guess a little bit better on what they're trying to say, which is what we're going through today. So approximately this hiragana series is going to take about 12 weeks. We are week 3 in. So you should know by now, these 2 columns of characters, so about 10 characters if you remember everything. Right, today we're gonna learn this column over here. So this is sa, shi, su, se. So obviously, I'm not gonna agree with the writing part of this because sa is almost the same as ki, whereby I join this together. But then again, to each their own handwriting development. I am not a Japanese teacher, so I'm not gonna nitpick on it. As long as you know how to read and you can recognize the differences in it, it's good enough. Buy my books, I mean. So revision time, chat can revise along as well. So if I'm going too fast at any point of time, when you rewatch the VODs, you can most definitely pause and go through it again, right? So the best way to do it is always to go through the quiz, do it daily. The links are in the description of my stream. Ta-dang! This is a character over here. So this character is ah. It's literally a ah. The next character over here that we have is i. So this is I. The equivalent in English is I. This is I. Not pronounced as I, but I. This character over here is U. It's written as a U in English. This is U. This over here, one of the most difficult ones I would say to write, because I always write this as a Z, but it's not supposed to be. Anyway, this is E. It's written as an E in English. And this is the last vowel over here. I would say this is one of the most difficult vowels to write because it's curvy. So this is O. It's written as an O in English. So it's straight, down, and turn over. And then this. Yep. So that's how it's written. And then the next 5 are things that we've learned last week. Tofi's mom could definitely remember some of it. I don't know if Tofi's mom remembered this, okay? Please don't give me the Chinese equivalent for this. This is not knife. This is not dao, okay? It doesn't work that way. It looks the same if you take out this part and this part, but it's not the same. This is ka, okay? K-A, ka. Next one over here. So I would normally join this part here. Go down and then we'll curve it like a C. This part here, I would normally do that, but you know, sometimes they do this. So anyway, this character here is Ki. Kimochi. Remember what I said last week. Kimochi and kimochi-i is not the same thing. If you speak fast, they kind of sound the same, but they are written separately. Kimochi is feeling. Kimochi-i means feeling good. Okay, please don't mix that up. This is ki. And now this is cool. So this cool, it looks like a bracket. The very same one that you find on your keyboard here. Programmers would love this, I think. This is the synthesis bracket thing. But anyways, this is cool as in Ku. Cool. This over here, so there isn't a need to draw this little thing here. So I normally do it as a straight line and a T. Well, different strokes for different folks. But anyway, this is ke. Ke. Ke keshite means to cancel. Ke. And the last one over here, it looks like an equal sign. And I normally write it as an equal sign without this thingy over here because it's way easier to do it. Anyway, this is ko as in K-O. Ko. And now we begin today's lessons. Hopefully I wasn't too fast and it was kind of easy for you to follow through. You won't remember everything in one go, which is why I'm doing this weekly so that you can refer to it when you need to. But anyway, some of these things, please forgive because it was the easiest for me. Anyways, this new character that we're gonna learn today, like I said, I would usually just join this as a little C at the bottom. This looks very similar to Ki, but Ki has 2 lines. If there is only 1 line at the top over here, this now becomes Sa. S-A. It kind of sounds the same as sa in sucks. Yeah, I'm not very kid friendly today, but you know, I did this in a rush and the first word that came to mind was this. Sa. So I'm gonna teach a little bit more of practical Japanese. So you'll see that I don't have a lot of memes, unfortunately. I do have one here though. Anybody recognize this Pokemon? Please let me know. This is a Magikarp, or is it a Magikarp? I can't remember if it's Magikarp or Magikarp. Like the is it Magikarp or Magikarp? No idea. Anybody who Su as in sushi? Yes, you are right. Su as in sushi. We'll get to that soon. No pun intended with the Su. But anyways, this is Sa. So sakana means fish over here. Sakana ga dai kirai. I don't like fish. Okay, and then I typed fish memes and this one just came out. I don't know why. Me choking on my saliva for no reason in my room. Meji kanji. Magikarp. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna skip before I offend people. Yeah, the next one over here. Sa. This is you hear this a lot in anime lines. This is sa. Bi-shi. So you see the 2 things over here, it kind of changes the actual hiragana of this base character. This base character is hi as in hiru, hiruma, you know? And this is bi, it changed. So sa-bi-shi. So sa-bi-shi actually is an adjective. It means feeling lonely. It's a state. Question so far, I think we're good except for the Magikarp or Magikarp, I can't. Alright, and this okay, ignore the memes, I had nothing better. So anyways, these 2 words, I think our Tofi's mom can definitely come in because Tofi's mom would probably know this one in Chinese. Watashi wa sabishii. Watashi wa sabishii. Sabishii desu would be better. Yeah, I don't think it's grammatically wrong in here. Sabishii desu would be better because the sentence is not complete without the desu. I am sabishii. I will accept that. I will accept that Japanglish. Alright, this is saikin. Okay, you can see the key that we learned last week over here. Please use it. The I, we use it. So even if you've not learned this character, you should be able to read 3 out of 4 right now. Saikin. Saikin means lately or recently. What's got you cracking recently? It means the same thing. So in Chinese, if I'm not wrong, this should mean 最近, lately. Right? Please tell me I'm correct. I didn't like study Chinese for like 10 years to not remember. I think it's correct. Okay, I'm moving on before I further embarrass myself. Exposed. Okay, the next character that we're gonna learn today is she. And it is just literally what it is. It looks very similar to the Chinese stroke that is 数万口, okay? It looks similar, but there is no hook there, so this is simple to write. And it sounds like the she in sheet. Like I said, excuse my English, but there's a lot of bad words that go around in the S section here for some reason. I don't know why the English language does this. Also, good application. Saikin sabishii desu. Jouzu da. Good. You did it right. Okay, so let's see some examples for the word she. Okay, you will hear this a lot. It's a common word that you can use and you can listen into Japanese conversations and they will talk about this. Shigoto, this is ko. But now with these two things now, it now no longer is ko, it becomes a go. So this is shigoto. Shigoto in this is work. Like the literal work that you go to and get paid for. Whether it's paid or no pay, okay? If it's like a full-time job, normally we call it shigoto. But if it is not a full-time job, if it's a part-time job, that now changes, okay? It becomes arubaito. Baito is the short form for arubaito, which means part-time job. So shigoto is a formal work thing. Yeah, a little bit confusing, but if you know you're not Japanese, so I don't think they will penalize you for not knowing. You just say, oh, shigoto arimasu, I have work. Shitsure shimasu, like excuse me, I have work, I have to go. You know, you can just use this. And this is a very Chinese character. I don't know the first one here. Oh my god, what is this? I don't know if there is a Chinese character reading for this, but this one should be shi, which it's like things to do, I think. I don't know Chinese, okay, but anyways, you know now this is shigoto. Please don't correct my Chinese. This is a Japanese learning stream. Thank you very much. You don't have to apologize to us for the English. It's you know, my choice of words and brain is not that flexible on like a short period of time. All right, next example of she over here. This is shibaraku. Shibaraku is a word that you would normally use, especially when you are working in Japanese. So shibaraku means temporary. So it's not a permanent thing, it's a temporary thing. So this train would temporarily stop here for the next 5 minutes or something like that. If you hear like in Japan, shibaraku, it means temporary. And they have like announcements on the train, right? So I know that Japanese trains, they are very punctual. However, you know, sometimes you can't foresee the disasters and the weathers and whatnots, you know, technical errors and faults. They will make announcements, and this is one of the words that I heard while I was there, so I thought it would be interesting, or like at least it would be useful to include it for some of you who intend to go to Japan as well. Shibaraku. This is it. So this is a thing that I found. We're gonna not question it and move. Arubaito. Let me check the spelling. Yeah, arubaito. Yes, that's the right spelling. But I think it's not written in hiragana. It should be written in katakana actually. Yeah, it's pretty interesting in that form. But anyways, the next she over here, you will always hear this very commonly, especially in the service industry. It's shitsure. Shitsure in itself means rude, okay? But if you add a shimasu behind, it now means excuse me. So remember, we have the sumimasen as a universal excuse me in Japan. It means sorry, it means excuse me. It's for anything really, sumimasen. But the more, you know, a more accurate form to apply it is shitsure shimasu. Means please excuse me or please pardon me. It's I would say a more elevated form of excuse me, please pardon me, or sorry for the inconvenience before you do something. Yeah, instead of sumimasen, because sumimasen is universal. So if you don't remember, you can use sumimasen. But if you want to feel like a little more Japanesey when you are there, so that they don't look at you like a gaijin, complete foreigner with no sense of respect or whatsoever, you can use shitsure shimasu. But yes, so shitsure means rude, like this guy. But shitsure shimasu means excuse me. And then now we have this one, your favorite. I don't know anybody who doesn't like sushi, but if they don't like sushi, they have to have a very good reason, otherwise I'm gonna judge. But anyways, this is su. This is su as in super. So don't confuse this with su as in the tsubasa, because there is a TSU and this is a SU. They sound very similar, but they are not the same. So I'm just gonna put this out there. And yes, sushi is actually this su as well. And it's the shi from before. It's the sushi, the shi from here, and the su from here. So you gotta learn both today. One of the most important Japanese words is sushi. So you should know at least these two, su and shi. I expect y'all to remember this, okay? Su is the curly one here, and shi is the one with only one stroke. Got it? So this is su. You will hear this a lot when you're watching anime. It's sugoi! And you will hear it in Japanese people as well. Sugoi! Okay, sugoi just means amazing. They're like, wow, it's the equivalent for English wow. Wow is not even a word, but sugoi is a word. So you will hear this a lot in Japan. Sugoi desu ne. Get used to it. Right, the next su over here is susume. So when you go to a Japan, like a restaurant that you don't know, and you're like, I don't know how to read the menu, and you're like, but everything in Japan tastes good, right? Okay, I'm gonna say here, like, I have not eaten anything in Japan that actually tastes bad, apart from wasabi, but that's personal preference, right? Apart from wasabi, everything in Japan tastes good. You just don't know what to try. So usually when I go to a restaurant and I'm like, oh my god, I don't know what they like, you know, they have and stuff that I want to try. So you can just ask the waiter or the waitress or the staff there. They're like, oh, susume kudasai. Kudasai means please. Susume means to recommend. Oh, susume kudasai. If you cannot, just oh, susume, and then get them to point. And then you just order that if you see the price fits. That's Japan. So important word here, susume, and it's easy to remember because two of it over here is su and su, so susume. Sure? Alright, I don't think this is a big problem. It should be very simple actually. You guys should be able to apply this in a lot of situations. Oh, susume kudasai. Suzume, no. Yeah, confusing with suzume, but yeah. If you speak with an accent, it's oh, suzume kudasai, you know. I think you can pass with that. You might be able to pass with that. I don't know. Okay, don't take my word for it. You have to try with an actual Japanese person to see if they understand you. But yeah, it's close enough. Right, and then we have the universal sumimasen. Okay, similar to konnichiwa, sumimasen is all in hiragana and it has no kanji. So rejoice, guys. Sumimasen is hiragana only. So if you know how to read all these characters, you technically would be able to read a lot of Japanese words actually. Ta-dang! We are next. This is se. Se. Okay, se. And unfortunately English is you know, there's another word for this with similar, it's called gender, but apparently now it's se in sex. I'm sorry for picking really bad words for this lesson 3. Why is the English language like this? Anyways, this is se. So if you hear the old people complaining, yeah, it's like, oh, senaka ga itai. This is what they mean. Senaka. Senaka means back, right? But more importantly, senaka is the back entirety of it. More specifically, it's koshi. Koshi is the lower back part that you can't see because yeah, I don't know. I think this is from free, but I don't know if it's censored or not under here, okay? But anyways, it's the lower part of the back. It's koshi. Senaka is the whole thing here. So yeah, I think, I don't know, in the Chinese character, the kanji here is written in Chinese as bei zhong, means middle back, but I would say senaka is the entirety of the back. It's just like a general location. The lower back is koshi, or like waist, and like, you know, the waist area. So senaka ga itai. That's what it means. Okay, koshi ga itai. Yep, that's what it means. Then please help the old person, okay? Don't just like, oh, I understand the Japanese now, I'm just gonna walk away. Please don't. Okay, and this, I guess a lot of you guys would kind of hear it. Yeah, so it's a little bit more common if you watch anime, but this usually only is used in school. So seito is I don't know this character in Chinese. I am so sorry. What is it? Sheng something. I am so sorry. But anyways, it just means student. Alright, there are many ways to say student. For example, gakusei also means student. Gakusei comes from gakko. Gakko, the ga means school. So sei is like a person. So gakusei means student as well. You can also say seito. Interesting, right? So yeah, this is a example of a student. Haha. I bet everyone has been a student before. Wow, you have so much in common with Japanese people now. Congratulate yourself, seito. And then the opposite of seito, of course, that's me, Chibi Sensei da yo. Sensei is more powerful than seito because he has two seis over here. Huh? Easy to remember, right? I gave y'all an easy one. Okay, and I want to highlight this. I think this is xian sheng. In Chinese, this is xian sheng, and I'm pretty sure, if my memory doesn't fail me, this means Mr. in Chinese. Am I right? It's Mr. in Chinese. Please don't scare me. I hope my Chinese is not wrong. Right, I think it's Mr. in Chinese, but anyways, it is now teacher in Japanese. Yeah, it's this is why you cannot just trust your Chinese concepts and go to Japan and be like, hey, I know what they're talking about. No, you don't, because sometimes it's like this. It's sensei anyways, it's teacher, so Chibi Sensei desu. Right, and then I think this is this the last one? I think this is the last one. See, I told you it would be a fast stream today because my students are so quiet. They're just listening to me ramble. But anyways, this is so... I also want to say that this is something that I have very terrible handwriting, so this is it is supposed to be like a zigzag thing. It's like a tang 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 tang, right? And then tang tang tang, and you come out with the small c. It normally doesn't look like that when I write. It normally doesn't look like that. It looks like a lightning bolt or something. Like, you know, what is that thing? Oh, you know the crochet rest in music? Yeah, it kind of looks like a crochet rest in music. When I write it, it's terrible. There's a reason why I don't write my manuscripts. I type them. Yeah, I am so thankful that we don't have to write anything after the age of 16 if we don't want to, because we have computers. So yes, this over here is so, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, the so in so. And it sounds like so in sol. Got it? Right, but anyways, this is one of my, actually, I hate writing in Japanese because I can't write in Chinese either. I can't write it in English. I just hate writing. But I'm a writer. Right, the irony. But this is a difficult one to master. So anybody learning penmanship, yeah, the penmanship people, just good luck. I guess you can learn to read and not write. You can learn to read and not write. I'm such a terrible teacher. But anyway, so is sofu, which means grandfather, but this is the more formal version of grandfather, because you always hear things like oji-chan. Yes or no? Those of you who watch anime, alright? Oji-chan is the more... it shows a closer family relationship. It's like a pet name. So like, for example, you have Oka-san, right? Oka-san becomes Ka-san. So that is a very familiar way of addressing a mom. Oka-san is the equivalent for mom or mommy, whereas if you want the formal form, which is mother, that's gonna be haha. And if it's even more polite from there on, because I don't know what kind of era you're raised in, but if you need to respect them, it's haha we, which is used in very old Japanese. So sofu is a formal term of grandfather, but oji-chan is more towards grandpa. in case you're confused. But yes, they both can be used interchangeably. I am not sure if there is a paternal or maternal grandfather thing in Japan, but I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. I know Korean has it and Chinese has it, but I don't think Japanese has it, so it's fine. It should be fine. And ta-da! This is one of my favorite Japanese food actually. I actually tried to like replicate this when I came back, and I'm gonna tell you, it tastes awful. I don't have the right sauces, but I don't think I'm cooking it right. I'm like, you just boil this shit, right? And then you put it in sauce and you eat it, right? Like, what can be so hard about doing this thing? Nope, you don't understand. It's just not the same, okay? Like, the cold soba there is so good. So when you go there, I would highly recommend you try it. But anyways, this is soba. So this soba, this one over here at the back, it's ba, but it also has another reading for this kanji. It's mai, so it actually means flour, komugi mai. And this, so I'm not so sure. I think it is wheat noodles. It is not flour or rice noodles. Udon should be rice noodles, but soba is actually wheat. It's buckwheat noodles actually. They have matcha flavor as well. I am not a big fan of matcha, so I didn't get that, but I think it's nice on its own as well. So you should definitely try. Yakisoba is also soba, but I'm not sure if the soba in the yakisoba is the same, because they don't taste the same. I swear to God, they don't taste the same, but they taste great. And this last so is for soto. Soto ni deteke na, get out. Yeah, that's out. So soto means out or outside, and because I haven't touched grass in like quite a long time, I put some grass here. Okay, no questions asked. Next, quiz time. This is my favorite section. Okay, so chat can participate, and the sneaky students that join my class without telling me anything, you can also use the chat in Discord to participate. Okay, I am counting on you guys for participation points. Alright, first one. This is what we just learned. This is one of the two that I say you have to remember. Do you remember what this is? Do you remember what this is? Somebody? Yes, thank you. This is the shi in sushi. My A student Dakra answers again. Tofi's mom, you are here. You are watching. You are next. Okay, this is my hated character for today. The most hated one, because it looks like a music crotchet when I write it. Anybody remembers what this is? Giving chance to chat. How many people in chat? Let me just check. I have a good number of y'all. No, nobody knows this. Dakra, what is this? Yeah, okay, please remember, this is so. Do, re, mi, fa, so. This is so. Looks like a music crotchet, so. Oh, why is it twice? Uh-oh, I fucked up. Okay, anyways, there are two of these right now. That one of these words have two of these before. When I told you, you go to a restaurant, you don't know what to order, you call a waiter over and you're like, can you please recommend me something? What is the word for recommend? This character. Anybody remembers this shit? Tofi's mom. This is important. This is one of the two important characters for today. Tofi's mom? Tofi's mom? Tofi's mom not here? Okay, maybe my stream is lagging. Hold on, is my stream even there? I'm gonna check for a bit. Tofi's mom, if you are here, could you answer? This is not a summoning ritual, but it's close. Tofi's mom. Calling out for Tofi's mom to answer this question. I know you can hear me. Stop pretending that you're busy eating. You can hear me, come on. It's already loaded. It's already loaded. God damn it. Dakra. Yeah, Susume is for recommend. This is Susu. I don't know why there's two, so there's only supposed to be one of it. I'm gonna fix this after class. Oh, I bugged out or I slept. Okay, anyways, next one over here. Since nobody's participating, might as well just speedrun the quiz. Dakura, let's have you answer everything. Yep. Yes. Yes, it's a giveaway. It's like the theme of today's lesson. Yes, sai. Okay, but this sai is age, except it's not the formal thing for age. It's the thing that you put behind. For example, they ask, how old are you this year? And you're like, I'm 20. And you're like, 20歳です. It's the sai that you put behind a number to tell people your age. Okay, not the formal word for it. There's another one for that. Okay, next one. Yes, and that's why when you go to Nara, you'll see a lot of this. And this is why in Naruto, Shikamaru has a lot of deer in his house as well, because he's named after it. Do you know? Shio, yes, Shio is salt. Okay, 3 characters this time. Yes, this is Suika, so I don't know if you played the Suika game. I tried and I hated it. Really? Oh, it was fun at the beginning until it keeps on jumping all over the place and killing me with no sense. But anyways, here's the next one. Yes, okay, so there are 2 ways to say there. Soko means there. Asoko also means there. Yes, Asa is the morning. So Asahi, the beer brand, yeah, it's this Asa as well, actually. Yes, Ushi is cow. So if you watch Hitman Reborn, you probably know this Ushi. And then if you go there, okay, I would recommend, if you go Kobe, if you actually drop by Kobe or anywhere in that area, please go and try their A5 Wagyu. And it has to be cooked by the chef to prepare it for you, okay? It was like cost a few, like probably $100 over to try it, but I would highly recommend you do. Don't stinge because it's definitely worth the experience. Ushi. This I mentioned just now. If there's senaka and there's what? Koshi, yes. Okay, koshi ga itai. Okay, if it's raining, you need yes, kasa. Okay, kasa kashite kureo. Please lend me an umbrella. Yes. Okay, in this case, seki, I chose seat, but seki can also mean responsibility, but that sounds kind of too heavy for the class, so I was like, yeah, seki ni shuite. So it means please take your seat. You will hear the teachers say that more often than not, because they have to stand and greet and bow the teacher, and then the teacher will tell them to take a seat. So this seki is for seat. Can also mean responsibility. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 正解です! This is the right answer. 正解です! You! Next one. What do you breathe? Cookie. Yes, air. Okay, it does not mean oxygen. Oxygen is a different word. It's sanso. It just means air, general air. Cookie. And then in Japan, there is this thing called kuki yomenai na hito, means the person who cannot read the air. Japan is a place of very unspoken culture, which means they're very highly judgmental, but they'll put on a nice face in front of you most times. And they will try to give you subtle hints by saying things, but if you don't know the Japanese culture, you think that they're just being nice and polite, which is really funny because I offended Japanese people unknowingly like that previously. Not when I went to Japan, but like previously. It's yeah, 空気読めない人、こっちがいます。New word. Yes, so this sekai is not the same as seikai. Seikai means correct answer, but sekai means the world. Kono sekai wa. Yeah, you hear all these in anime, especially in isekai. The isekai I means one. So sekai is world. So one world. Isekai to another world. They translate it in English, but it's now you know better. Okay, so the sekai in isekai is this sekai. It means world. Again, in isekai animes, you'd see these a lot. Yes, kiseki. Marude kiseki da. Oh my god, it's like a miracle. Yeah, you hear this a lot, especially like some guy dies and then like the saintess who is from another world comes and does healing magic, and then suddenly they come back and they're like, Marude kiseki da. Oh, heal this saintess. Yeah, that thing, right? Okay, so lesson summary. Thank you for joining us today. Lesson summary, this is Sashi So if you don't remember anything, at least remember sushi, because you want to eat sushi when you're in Japan, okay? That's the most important thing. But without further ado, thank you all for joining. Do you have any questions? Otherwise, that's the end of the stream and class today. It's very quick. I know. It usually is very quick if people don't try to troll me all the time, and if the stream doesn't scuff up. So yes, it's pretty easy. Hopefully you guys did learn a few things. Thank you for also joining and participating in chat. Appreciate it. If you have questions, please let me know. If you don't have questions, then you can like watch the VODs. Also, if you are confused with the so and the se, just try to find connecting words to it. I would say that I remember so because it looks like a crotchet rest in music, and there is do re mi fa so. That's how I recognize it. So if you can't, do some memory work like that. It will help you. And do flashcards, do memory quiz. Duolingo has a lot of those, so you can definitely use it as a revision tool. But without further ado, thank you for joining today. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye, stream.